Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to listen to an excerpt of a talk that was given in Italy on the 4th of May 1986, and it was titled Consciousness and Evolution. But first, let's start the Sahaja way by collectively bowing down in front of Shri Mataji, raising our kundalini and putting ourselves into bandhan.
Shri Mataji, Shri Mataji, Namo Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Mataji, Namo Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Sahasraswami Moksha Pradayini Mataji, Shri Nirmala Namo.
We'll take 4 mantras to Shri Ganesha.
Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
When I started my life, I saw the complicated Sahasraras. And the more I tried to solve the complications within my own awareness, the more it became more difficult. Because if you see my age, in 50 years, you can see how much complicated human beings have become. And after opening the Sahasrara, when I come to the West, within these 16 years, I found that they are now incorrigible. Now, the stage for you is laid down to ascend higher. This is the background which I have described to you. And you can see how when you have a program, there will be 500 people for the program, and within 2 weeks, all will disappear. Because when the ascent takes place, the Kundalini pushes out the ego and brings the person close to reality. But again, that ego, which is being built up so fast in its speed, overpowers the speed of the Kundalini and covers the head. Then it suggests that how can you have godly life? You will miss all the alcohol, all the madness, all the fun of life. That they feel they will lose all the freedom to become mad. When you see from this position, the way people react, it is amazing. You have to do something extremely stupid to sell it in the market. The other day I heard that somebody has become rich selling the empty tins as lamps. All kinds of stupid things which are nowhere near natural beauty or natural joy are accepted as sophisticated. The other side of it is that the Asuri Vidya, the black Vidya, has taken over. As Sri Krishna again had warned that in the 15th chapter, that if Asuri Vidya takes over, then the Shuddha Vidya cannot compete with the speed of Asuri Vidya. Like in America, there has been a big argument among Sahajogis if my photograph should be in the drawing room or not. But if you ask them to paint their nails black, their faces black, and black clothes like witches, they will do it. That even at the stage when we are Sahajogis, we are shy of our godly life. When they became hippies, or when they became punks, or they became anything like that stupid. They gave all their life, all their time, all their money to it. They changed their dresses, they changed their lifestyles, they changed their family life. Everything they changed went all out. Even when Sahajogis are convinced about the godliness of Sahaja, still they are shy. Now you know your mother doesn't take any money from you. On the contrary, she spends. You all have gained out of it. But when it comes to giving, everybody feels shy. From that background, you are coming to the light of God's grace. But you don't want to dash at it. You want to take your time gradually, so gradually that maybe you may lose your chance. So in the awareness of Sahajogis, where you know all about your chakras, you know about vibrations, you know how you relate to others, still all this knowledge is for personal advantages. So the shadow of the past still lingers on, even when you have this new awareness. Animals can swim automatically, they don't have to learn. But human beings have to learn to swim. So they had forgotten the techniques which were known to the animals and have taken to the techniques of human beings. But in Sahaja Yoga, you have got your realization in one lifetime. And in this lifetime you have to grow. And in this lifetime you have to achieve the highest. So the time is so very short. And the background is so dark. You are surrounded by people who are pouring out morning till evening destructive concepts. Now you are the people who have to shoot out much faster than all of them, but a kind of a lethargy. Though you understand that your awareness is very different from them, a kind of a lethargy which does not accept it the way it should accept Sahaja Yoga. Every one of you must think every day, what have I done for Sahaja Yoga today? But you are all still very busy with your jobs, of making money, of have relations with people who do not matter at all in Sahaja Yoga. We have to make an all-out effort to rise to that point that whatever we know, we believe in, we act on that and become one with it. You can do that with concepts, but not with reality. This is the problem. Like supposing a fanatic believes that he can do such and such thing in his own religion. He will do it. When the concept is not reality, it has given no benefit to anyone, had shown no performance of any substance. Still people do it. I see in my own country when they were fighting for freedom, my father himself gave up all his property, gave up his practice with 11 children in the family, and we were living in palaces, started living in huts for days together, for years together. But for the gross freedom, we'll do anything. But for the subtler freedom, the Sahajogis have to do everything that is possible. Be aware, to be in your conscious mind all the time that you are yogis. You are the ones who are very much higher than the rest of the humanity. That the salvation of the whole of the humanity depends on you. The purpose of creation will be served by you. So first of all, you have to be conscious in your consciousness that you are so important, and that's why you were given realization. How can you be living with your conditionings and with your ego? The conditionings are like this. Supposing you are coming from a Christian religion, then you must bring that little bit of that religion into Sahaja Yoga. Or if you are from a Hindu religion, you want to bring some out of that. We have all the essences of these in Sahaja, the pure essences. But we can't have the gross nonsense. All these things are like dirt over our Sahasrara, which must be shaken off. Though now you are aware and conscious of your chakras, you do not keep them clean. Ordinary human beings, if they have clothes, they have houses, they try to keep it clean. But you do not feel ashamed of them also when they are bad. Because after some time, you also lose the awareness of them. That means you have become subtler, but in your consciousness, you are not yet subtle. There are so many things you know more than the people who are not realized as absolute reality. For example, we don't even use vibrations. Whenever it is needed, we don't use it. Or sometimes mechanically, just like a machine, we start giving bandhans. So you are still unconscious about your chakras, slightly conscious when you put your mind to it. Otherwise, in your central nervous system, you are not yet so conscious. This is the reason why you do not know why you have to do a thing at a particular time. Unless and until you rise to this Nirvikalpa state, you cannot go further. For example, I know everything what I do. I can handle any power whenever I want to. I can absorb any negativity I want to. I need not absorb any negativity I don't want to. You may be thousands of miles away from me. I know about every one of you. I may not know your worldly names, but I know you as a part and parcel in my being. I also can behave like a human being, absolutely like you, aging like you, using spectacles, doing all the things that will make me a complete human being. I have accepted this role consciously, not unconsciously. To me, nothing is unconscious. So if you have to be conscious of what you are doing, you have to be alert about it. The first thing that you have achieved is the peace. The peace. But even now, I find that peace, which should become joy, becomes a quarrel. Truth is one. You cannot argue about truth. It's a homogeneous thing. It doesn't quarrel with each other. We are unconscious about our fingers. But when we have to hold something, all of them come together and work it out. So the part of the brain which is working this out, the unconscious part of it, is to be made conscious. That is what evolution is. So now, adherence to any concept is against evolution. You must learn to face the reality, to accept the reality and act a real way. Now, you may say, Mother, this is a miracle. Something happens, this is a miracle. Maybe for the human beings, maybe for Sahajogis also, but not for me, because I know what it is. So to rise above this halfway consciousness, one has to see how you are working it out. The whole system of relating to each other must change completely. That is very important, at least for Western people. Because at least in India, people know that human efforts lead you nowhere. You have to take your ascent. The real Indian. Some of them do take advantage of Sahaja and then disappear. Some of them do, but mostly they know that you have to be conscious of what you have got. So we can say that we have got self-knowledge, but we haven't got self-consciousness. Now, for example, you take somebody's name, say, of some great saint, you feel the vibrations are flowing. Also, you know why? Because he is a saint. But why not you, the Sahajogis? If your names are taken, why not the vibrations flow? And in this, you have greater advantages because the Adi Shakti herself is before you. They didn't have anybody to tell them all this. But the disadvantage of that is this, that you take it for granted. Now in expression, when we say something, when we express, are we natural? No. Are we doing it from our heart? The consciousness that I'm doing it from my heart is what I want you to achieve. Like there are people who work very hard in Sahaja Yoga. Others will just take it for granted. They do not want to help. They want everything to be ready-made. That shows that they are not conscious of their own powers of enjoyment. If they do it from their heart, then they will never feel what effort they have put in. They will only feel what they have been blessed with or what they have achieved. The sense of fulfillment and satisfaction will overcome all your problems, especially your left Vishuddhis.
Leave that there this morning and go into a silent meditation.
Out of peace comes the joy, the light of joy, the happiness. I wish peace for the whole world, for the whole nation. To understand, to give up all the strife, all the false battles for money and for power, all wrong ideas that they are different from each other, and come under the banner of Sahaja and enter into the kingdom of God, where they are invited with all respect and love. I wish peace to all of them, to all the countries, all the human beings, in their families, in their hearts, with their children, with all of them. Let there be peace. Let their heart emit peace, their tongue speak with peace, their eyes see nothing but peace. All this has to change. Tremendous change has to take place. The whole universe has to take a different turn. All that is hatred, hateful, ugly has to vanish, and the peace has to prevail. It is not the peace of the dead, but peace of the living that has to come, of the body. I bless all of you to be the channels of that peace, to be beautiful channels of that peace, to be glorious channels of that peace, to be great children of your mother, who is so proud of you. May God bless you. This is the mantra for the goddess. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sarva. O goddess who resides to all this creation, created, all that is created as peace. So you have to seek peace. That is your mind. We all say that mantra. You say it. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita Namastastai 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 Namo Namah. You say it once and then they should say it twice. It's a prayer.
Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsthita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah.
And then another one is Shama Rupena Samskriti. The mantra, because the peace can come only through humility and forgiveness. Shama, that's why Christ is Shama. You say that for Christ.
Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshama Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshama Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshama Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha.
Take the last mantra or last verse of the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Predaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. When you're ready to finish your meditation, please bow down in front of Shri Mataji, raise your Kundalini and put yourself into Bandhan. Have an absolutely wonderful Nirmal day ahead, everybody, and an even better Sahasrara Puja. Jai Shri Mataji.
Shri Mataji, Shri सहस्रार में आ जाऊं मां, मोक्ष का आनंद दे दो मां, मोक्ष का आनंद दे दो सहस्रार में आ जाओ मां। सहस्रार में आ जाऊं मां, सहस्रार में आ जाऊं मां।
मोक्ष का आनंद दे दो मां, मोक्ष का आनंद दे दो मां।
सहस्रार में आ जाऊं मां,
सहस्रार में आ जाओ मां।
श्री मां निर्मल मां, श्री मां निर्मल
अनंत आशीर्वाद है।
Shri Mataji.